Good morning, everyone. I'm Ray Petkevis, and I'm running for school board. And the election is tomorrow, May 9th. Over the last few days, many of you have seen the wildfire of personal attacks that have come against me and my family. These attacks have come from fictitious and fake Facebook profiles on different social media groups. I want to take a quick moment to address that so we can move on. First and foremost, in order to run for school board, you have to pass a criminal background check. Obviously, there were no concerns there, or it wouldn't be sitting here running for school board. Two news outlets covered this. One uncovered a traffic ticket. The other uncovered a ring of political activists who are attacking school board candidates across the entire state of Delaware. That group has a documented history of harassment, and we've passed their information on to the appropriate authorities. Over the last couple days, I've taken a public beating, and I would do it again because it doesn't compare to the beatings that our children are taking in the hallways of our schools. It also doesn't compare to the bullying that our students endure. The online antagonistic bullies that relentlessly go after people. I now know what that feels like, and I'm going to advocate for our students. Through this election, I'm the only candidate that has consistently talked about the high levels of violence in our schools. This past week, there was a fight on our Odessa campus that looked like an absolute riot. This is in addition to the regular fights and violence that go on in all of our schools, starting in middle school. So what am I going to do about it? My first act as a school board member is going to be to make a motion to call for an emergency task force to address the violence in our schools. My second act will be to call for an open public forum where we can discuss the violence that's been going on, and the school district will be required to provide transparency on the current state of violence in our buildings. The unfortunate reality is our current code of conduct and discipline plans are not working. A lot of folks are blaming what they call transplants for this change in our school system. Those families are not to blame. They left those areas for a better situation. They left those areas for a better life for themselves and for their family, and for a better school district for their children. As a matter of fact, I'm one of those transplants. I moved here from New Jersey, but since I came to Middletown, I started a family. I volunteer for organizations. I coach YMCA basketball. I coach Little League baseball. I run an event called the Middletown 5K, donating money back to the veterans in our town. We organized a lot of youth activities. We donate and we give back to our town on a regular basis. Transplants are the driving force of the growth of the town. Yes, but they can also be the biggest contributors to positive change, and I am working to that end. The blame falls on our current policies or the failure to implement those current policies. I will vote against any policy where a child that is a victim of violence has to face their attacker and apologize to them. I will vote against any policy where a child who's the victim of violence faces their attacker and their parents are not allowed in the room. I will fight against any policy where there's an incident of violence and the parents are not allowed to watch the video surveillance tapes of the act. In the past couple of weeks, I've talked to numerous families who've told me that those are exactly the things that have happened to them. I will advocate for policies that do not allow someone who is perpetually violent to attack teachers and students. I will work to promote an environment of safety, cooperation, and education, as they are the three things we must have in our schools. I will make a motion to audit the finances of the district so that we can pay our teachers more money. It is unacceptable that we can spend hundreds of millions of dollars building the highest level state-of-the-art schools, but we can't afford qualified teachers to staff them. The starting pay for a qualified teacher offered by the Appoquinimink School District is less than $45,000 a year. Our teachers are paid less than almost every single surrounding school district. I ran a model with a financial analyst, and the end result was, after a starting teacher pays for their standard living expenses, they only have $926 a month left for housing. In Middletown, the starting price for a one-bedroom apartment is roughly $1,500 a month. What that means is our teachers cannot afford to live in the district that they serve. That is unacceptable. We can't expect our teachers to live with family or have to take a roommate in order to live in our town. I will be the strongest advocate for teachers on the school board when it comes to teachers getting paid more. Please know that when you vote for me for school board, you are voting for a dad, not a politician. As a school board member, I'm going to fiercely advocate for parent and students' rights. I'm going to fiercely advocate for teachers to be paid more. I'm going to fiercely advocate to get violence out of our schools, and I'm going to fiercely advocate against political and social agendas that have a negative impact on our children, on our students, and on our families. I will see you tomorrow, May 9th. Vote for me. I will see you tomorrow at the polls. Thank you. I'm Ray Petkevis. Tomorrow is the first day of our new beginning. Thank you.